Hello there, compensation professionals. I am Danielle Amateur, and we are going to hit the ground running in our compensation management course. So I wanted to give you a quick little Blackboard tour. So, of course, we're going to start in the Start Here tab on Blackboard. I've created this welcome slideshow, and you just slide through. It's going to ask you to do a few things. So we're going to start with setting some expectations. If you haven't had a face-to-face course since we've been in the COVID protocols, this video just kind of goes through some of the things that we need to do and that I'll be expecting of you in the classroom. And then this, right? Giving you a Blackboard tour so you know what's what and how I try to organize things for our course. You're going to want to test your Blackboard compatibility. And I would love to have a photo of you in Blackboard. It's really easy these days. So if you could go ahead and do that, that would be awesome. And of course, read the syllabus, which I'll talk more about in just a moment. And we'll start with our weekly assignments. Also in the Start Here tab, it kind of goes through all of the learning objectives because compensation management is an incredibly relevant course. I mean, HR overall is very relevant. But you're going to see, I'm going to bring in lots of comp in the news because it is in the news every single day. Of course, with President-elect Biden, you're going to be hearing a lot more about healthcare, about minimum wage, all of the pandemic relief packages that affect compensation. So we'll talk a lot about that, but I want you to understand all the things that we'll be covering in this course, as well as the overall competencies that you need to be successful in business. So your business knowledge, your critical thinking skills, oral and written communication skills, as well as some quantitative skills. All right, so now let's head to the syllabus. So I've updated the syllabus. It's got all the new dates and everything in it, and so you'll have the syllabus here. Also, when you watch that expectations video, I'm going to share with you, you sit in the spot that says you may sit here kind of thing. But I put together this COVID seating chart for Holman 138, which is where we'll be located. Also, again, if you haven't been to campus since we've invoked all these COVID protocols, this is a really good document just to share with you what those protocols and experiences are on campus. When I want to communicate with you, we'll send out announcements. So this is our first one. What does it say? Get the textbook. Very important because absolutely I'm going to use this textbook. It is a Pearson product, my management lab product. So you'll have the text, but it also has quizzes and homework and other tools that we'll be using, so it is essential. So you might as well go ahead and get that now. It's also, yes, it's in step 5 in the Start Here tab. And what else? Some information about me. Because we are still in COVID protocols, I'm not having anybody meet with me in my office. So the way that you can schedule a meeting with me is super simple. You just come right here and it's called Schedule a Meeting. I'm not particularly complicated. So you can come in here and you'll see when I am available. You just click on a date when you'd like to meet and you select the time. We can do it Zoom, we can do it by phone. And I am happy to meet with you anytime, any questions that you have. So please do take advantage of that. Also, we are a face-to-face course, okay? We are a face-to-face course, but if you have to be in quarantine, if you are sick or you have some other valid reason for not being in class that is documented, that you provided to me, I will also be doing Zoom. So it will be synchronous, live Zoom, and I'll be recording those and posting those each week. Okay, so if we're doing that, then you can come here and just join that session. All right. And I have my calendar here, and this calendar is going to show you when the first day of class is. So we are meeting January 20th, Wednesday at 9 a.m. And it also gives you what's due and when it's due. Okay, so it's a really useful tool. I'm trying to organize this so that you know every single week what is due that week. All right. In general, not always exactly, but in general, we'll be covering about a chapter a week. Okay. So let's look at week 1, where we are going to be doing that introduction, that first chapter. And so first thing I'm going to show you is those learning objectives. What is it that I want you to know? What should you be taking away from the lectures and the reading and the quizzes during that week? Okay. And then what am I asking you to do? What are those deliverables? Those are going to be here. Here's going to be your text. So there's a link to the textbook as well as to quizzes and homework. Okay. What I do want to show you is my slides. So you'll have my slides here, which you're going to see is a whole bunch of questions. So the way that I conduct class is I do not lecture. I ask you questions, and I will have your names in a randomizer on my phone, and I will randomly select your name. I will call on you, and I will ask you to answer questions. These questions, so it's not a surprise, but that's why it's so important for you to go ahead and get your text, start reading, start answering these questions, getting prepared, so that we will be ready to go. All right, we are going to have a few discussions. And so in these discussion board, here's some rules. I just wanted to go through those protocols with you. And then student resources. So this is where you'll find all the slides and other resources. But again, it's kind of a hodgepodge of things, and that's why I'm putting everything in those weekly assignments so you know that week exactly what's due. One of the important things that's here in the student resources is our compensation project. So this compensation project is worth 16% of your grade. And so in this folder, you're going to see all of the project, okay, and the deliverables. But we're just going to start off in the first week talking about what the compensation project is and assigning teams. But in week 2, we are getting right to it. And so we'll be picking topics. You'll be working with your team members, just teams of 2, and doing a general team contract where you fill in the details of what you expect from one another. Okay? All right. I think that's all that I wanted to share with you today. But I'm so excited that I'm going to get to see your faces, mostly, behind those masks, in class on Wednesday. And like I said, I am so looking forward to it. And I hope you are as well. We're going to have a great semester. So, y'all have a nice weekend, and I will see you on Wednesday.